There's a conversation happening in millions of families right now. Our parents are getting older. Newsflash, we all are getting older. But when it comes to our parents, suddenly the people who raised us now need us to help raise them. Nobody handed us a manual. And that's the same thing they say about having babies and raising children. There's not a manual. It's not a manual for either one, babies or parents as they age, to let us know when dad shouldn't be driving anymore, or when siblings disagree about money or caregiving or what happens next, when your mother keeps repeating herself and the person that you love is still there but is changing. Nobody really talks about what all of that does to us, the adult children, grandchildren, and our whole family. Everyone's families are trying to figure it out. That is where we're going in season 2 of the Flashback Squad. If you've been following us, you know that we love music, we love memories, and we love nostalgia. We love taking people back to the songs, TV shows, fashion, and those fun moments that made us who we are. But now we are stepping into a new territory. We're going to use those memories to help us move forward. Because Generation X, the best generation, well, I am biased, but Generation X is entering a completely different season of life. We're still working, we're still raising children, we're still trying to figure out our own retirement because, pensions and 401ks are interesting, let's say. And many of us are also helping care for our aging parents, sometimes all at the same time. And that is why season 2 is going deeper. We're going to talk about caregiving. We're going to talk about money. We're going to talk about mental and emotional wellness. That it really is one of my favorites because there are solutions and there are tools to help us keep our sanity. We're going to talk about family dynamics. We're going to talk about dementia and brain health and how music can help us in all of these areas. The conversations family avoid until there's a crisis are also going to be a part of season 2. The things I wish somebody had told us before we needed to know them. We're going to bring in psychologists, gerontology experts, financial planners, caregivers, researchers, and people who've actually lived this. We're not just talking about the seniors or elders or our parents and grandparents and aunts and uncles. We're talking about the whole entire family system. Because when one person in a family begins to change, everybody feels it. It goes from the adult daughter who's exhausted, the son who's frustrated, the spouse who's grieving the person they remember, the grandchild who doesn't understand why grandma is acting differently, even the child who watches their parents become angry or overwhelmed with a grandparent and starts carrying some of that stress themselves. All of that is part of aging. And it's part of the conversation we need to have. And it's not going to be all sad. There's going to be some positivity and some solutions discussed because at the end of the day, we're all going to make it. We're going to make it. Everything's going to be fine and everything's going to work out as long as we, continue to have these conversations. Through Music Memory Lane, I've had the privilege of being in rooms with older adults and watching what can happen when the right song comes on. A face changes, a foot starts tapping, someone who wasn't saying much starts singing every word. And suddenly there's that human connection. That is the power of music and memory. This is when the vision becomes bigger and bigger. Music, movement, memories, and more. The music helps us to connect. The movement helps us to engage. The memories remind us who we are. And the more is where we're beginning to address the emotional well-being of the entire family navigating aging. That's where Flashback Squad Season 2 is going. So come along with us. And you know what song comes to mind? Come along and ride on a fantastic voyage. Hey, we're going to flash back and remember, but we're also going to flash forward and prepare. Because Because aging isn't somebody else's story, it's ours. Our parents are aging, we're aging. Saying the best time to start these conversations isn't when crisis happens, it's before. So subscribe, share this with somebody who's raising their parents right now, and come along. Because season 2 of Flashback Squad is going to talk about all the stuff families need to talk about, whether they're ready or not. And I think we're ready.